Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have the ASUS RT-AX57 Go. Honestly, I didn't expect it to be performing this great for its appearance. It's really tiny. And later on, I'll try to show you on how it actually performs to give you an idea. But before anything else, I would like to say thanks to our friends from ASUS Philippines for sending us this unit to test. For this video, we will be doing a lot of things like, for example, we will do the unboxing, show you 3 ways to configure this Wi-Fi router because there are actually many ways, and talk about the features and do a range test by speed test, try to game and give you my recommendation. And without further ado, let us unbox the unit. This router is AX3000 Dual Band Wi-Fi 6, supports 4G and 5G mobile tethering, AI Mesh, Gas Portal, Dual Core CPU, Gigabit 1 port, Gigabit LAN port, Gas Network Pro, and a lot more. I'll just include a link on the description below for the full specification. Now for the configuration. Okay guys, the first type of installation that we're going to do is by a WISP mode, meaning there is no LAN cable that will be connected to our source of internet. We'll be just connecting to the Wi-Fi source, okay? Right now, of course, you need to power on your Wi-Fi router. We're using a USB-C type cable and directly connected to a wall outlet. You can actually use the power bank if you want, but for us, we'll be using the power outlet. Okay, after that one, you'll be able to see an LED light at the side. Okay, then we're going to get our phone, and guys, we're going to use the ASUS application for installing or configuring the Wi-Fi router. It can be downloaded on Google Play Store or Apple App Store. Now, after that one, let's connect to the Wi-Fi router. Okay, and the default SSID for this one is ASUS_DC. Okay, and the password, guys, is located at the bottom part of the router. Okay, you can actually scan it later on, or maybe let's try that one first. Okay, so let's head back to ASUS router. Okay, then click add, then set up a new router. Then this one will be the ASUS Wi-Fi routers. Okay, then okay. Then enable camera and scan. Okay, after that one, we're going to scan the camera. Okay. Then connect to this ASUS Wi-Fi network, then click OK. Device connect. Okay, and these are the options. We have here public WISP mode. Okay, and click on that plus sign, click OK. Okay, and you will be connecting to your source of internet. In our case, let's try to connect to this one, to the 5 GHz Wi-Fi network of my Wi-Fi router or my home network. Enter the credentials, click enter, then of course, you can actually now configure the SSID that you like. So for this one, let's just leave it as is, ASUS DC, and the password, let's make it easier. Let's not separate the SSID for now, so let's just click next. Your Wi-Fi key is too weak, that's okay. Then for the admin, let's create a new admin credentials. Hit apply. Then now let's wait for a couple of minutes for this one to actually configure. Okay, and it seems that we got disconnected because we changed the SSID password. And go to Wi-Fi settings. Let's try to look for that one. It's the ASUS DC. Let's enter the password that we have entered a while ago. Hit connect. Okay, and we are connected. Let's try to go back to our ASUS Wi-Fi router. Hit back and searching. This Wi-Fi network has no internet access. Connect anyway. Maybe it's still trying to configure or finish the configuration. Okay, skip scanning mode. Then and we have here good connection. meaning that we already have internet. It is actually finished on the configuration. Let's hit finish, and you will be able to see or manage your Wi-Fi router now. Okay guys, let's try to test the internet that we're connected to. Okay, and let's hit test 2, then stay sign out. Okay, as you can see, we were able to access the internet. Test 2 question. Okay, it's working. Okay guys, for our text mode of installation, we're going to use our mobile phone to access mobile network. And this will be via USB tethering. And of course, our Wi-Fi router is already powered on. Let's just plug the power or the USB cable here. Okay. Guys, make sure that your mobile device has enough data to access the internet. So this one would actually work. Okay, then cancel on that one. So let's make sure that our device is set to mobile tethering, portable hotspot. Okay, USB tethering. Okay, make sure USB tethering is turned on your Android device. So let's get our phone. Okay, and connect again to that ASUS Wi-Fi router application and click setup. ASUS Wi-Fi routers and enable scan camera. But if you want to enter it manually, it is located at the bottom of this Wi-Fi router. Okay, connect. Okay, and as you can see, there are two options, public WISP mode or wireless router mode. We're going to click advanced settings and phone modem. We're going to choose Android and USB tethering. Okay, then hit next. And of course, enter the Wi-Fi network password. Let's change this one for now. Okay, we won't be separating 2.4 and 5 GHz for now. Click next. Your Wi-Fi, yes, okay. Then the admin. Okay, and hit apply. Then wait for a couple of minutes for it to finish the configuration. Then after a couple of minutes, it got us disconnected. Let's try to connect again to our ASUS_DC and enter the credentials that we have set a while ago. Okay, and we are connected. Let's hit back, and automatically ASUS will still continue the configuration. Okay, and configuration is complete. Let's hit finish. Then we are able to access the management interface of this Wi-Fi router. So cancel that one for now. Let's just make sure that we have internet connection. So let's set practice test 4. Okay, and as you can see, it is working. We have now internet connection using a mobile device to this ASUS RT-AX57 Go. Okay, for our last configuration type, we will be using a LAN cable from our source of internet. Guys, this red LAN cable is directly connected to my Wi-Fi modem router, and we're going to plug it at the WLAN port of this RT-AX57 Go. Okay, then after that one, we will be getting our mobile device as well. And of course, we'll be using the same ASUS router application that we have downloaded from Google Play Store. Okay, then after that one, let's just set up and ASUS Wi-Fi routers and enable scan. Enable scan, then click on the QR code or enter the password manually if you want. Okay, and our option will be wireless router mode. Click on that one and get started. Okay, is there a special requirement from your ISP? None for us. Click next. Then, of course, the password, we can change this one for now. Okay, hit next. Then the password for the admin is hit apply. Okay, and it got us disconnected. Go to Wi-Fi settings and connect to that Wi-Fi SSID again with the passwords that we have set a while ago. Okay, connected back, then searching for ASUS router. Okay, network optimization, and it's doing the configuration, continuing the configuration or setting up the other things. And I believe we already have now internet access for our Wi-Fi router. Okay, then finish. Okay, let's try to check this one. RT-AX57 Go. And there you have it, guys. We already have internet access using a LAN cable directly from our modem router. And that is really easy. Less than 10 minutes, you'll be able to set up your Wi-Fi router in no time. Guys, as you can see, it is really easy to configure and use. ASUS position it that way so anyone can buy and install it on their own. And now, let us talk about the features. Okay guys, right now we are on the web management console using my desktop, and as you can see here, we are under network map. Under network map, you'll be able to see here the basic information, like for example, the connection that you have, is it connected to an AP or something like that, and you have the security that you have set, clients that are currently connected, and of course the AI mesh node if you have configured this on AI mesh network. Aside from that one, on the right side, we have here the wireless information. You can also change the SSID and authentication method in this page as well. Aside from that one, the next tab is the status. The status will show you the basic information regarding the utilization of your Wi-Fi router. We have here the CPU and the RAM and connected on the Ethernet ports. Next one would be the AI mesh. Right now, we don't have any AI mesh configured on this one. As you can see here, these are the client lists that are currently connected on our Wi-Fi router. If you have an AI mesh router, you'll be able to see it here as well. Next one will be system settings and optimization. For the system settings, yes, you can actually set the priority of the AI mesh connectivity or the AI mesh backhaul using an Ethernet cable. And another option would be wireless. It's up to you, and you can also configure roaming blacklist and system reset to factory default. Next one will be the Guest Network Pro. Guys, this is the first time that I have seen a Guest Network Pro on an RT series router from ASUS. Usually, you'll be able to see this one on the business Wi-Fi router that ASUS offer. But right now, we have here Guest Network Pro. And for those who doesn't know the Guest Network Pro, this actually allow you to create guest portal, captive portal. Like for example, maybe click on this one, and as you can see here, create an SSID name, testing, and free Wi-Fi. And aside from that one, you can actually change this one, the information here. Like for example, change the image if you want to. And aside from that one, what else we have here? More config. For the more config, you can actually configure this one if you want clients connecting only to 2.4 or 5 GHz Wi-Fi network. And aside from that one, you have here Wi-Fi scheduling. You can set the bandwidth limiter for this Wi-Fi network, or if the user connected to this network can access internet. And that one is actually for the guest portal. It will be the same for the guest network. You'll be able to create an SSID and give them one-time access or scheduled. And of course, you can create a password as well for this one, and so on and so forth. For the kids network, guys, this is usually more on parental controls. Like for example, your kids can connect to this Wi-Fi network, and you can have their online schedule on when will they be able to access the internet using this Wi-Fi network. And of course, you also have your more config if they can access the internet, or you can limit their bandwidth so they won't be able to hack the entire bandwidth that you have from your ISP. Okay, and next one would be, click on this and you have VPN network. You can create or configure your VPN network if you have one. And next one would be the AI protection. Guys, for the AI protection, by default, it is disabled. As you can see here, enable AI protection, and currently it's off. The reason behind this one is actually it uses some resources to assess your Wi-Fi network. And it's really up to you if you want to turn on or turn off this one, but most probably you need to turn on this for your security purposes. And guys, this is actually powered by Trend Micro. And next one would be the parental controls. Guys, under the parental control, you'll be able to see here enable block devices, and of course the enable time scheduling. You can turn on this one and you can create a device. If it is already connected, you can choose the device that you want to have time scheduling, or maybe block it or disable those devices. Okay, and next one would be the QoS. Guys, for the QoS, this is just the traditional QoS. And if you enable this one, you have here QoS, which you'll need to enter or input the bandwidth that you have, or you can choose bandwidth limiter to limit the speed of connected devices. And we have here traffic monitor as well, shows you the actual usage of the traffic going on with your Wi-Fi router. Next one is the built-in internet speed test. Guys, this is actually helpful to know the actual internet speed that you're getting from your source of internet. Right now, we are on Super, as you can see here. And of course, we have your USB application. It's the same with the other RT-AX router. You have here the AID server center, network printer. If you have a printer that is not capable of having Wi-Fi network, you can configure the USB on the USB port on this Wi-Fi router. And you can also use the 3G, 4G to connect to the internet. And download master. Next one is AI Cloud. You can use this to connect to your data whenever or wherever there is an internet connection. And next one would be wireless. For the wireless, guys, this is more probably the advanced configuration. If you want to play with this one, you can do that one. Just make sure you know what you are really doing. Like for example, channel bandwidth, if you want to change this one. And right now, the 802.11ax is enabled. If you want to disable Wi-Fi 6 using just Wi-Fi 5, you can do it here as well, and so on and so forth for the general settings. You also have your WPS, WDS, wireless MAC filter. Guys, for the wireless MAC filter, this is actually helpful if a lot of users is actually knowledgeable on how to share their or your Wi-Fi password. So you can enable this one. Then choose the device that you want to. It will show you the MAC address of that device and click add want to accept, meaning that only this MAC address will be allowed to connect to your Wi-Fi network. And if you want reject, meaning this one will be blocking all the MAC address listed here below. Okay, and you have your radio settings, professional and roaming blacklist as well. For the LAN, guys, I believe the different one that we are usually accustomed to is that there is no dual one for this Wi-Fi router. And aside from that one, you have here the DHCP server, create your own route, and of course IPTV, switch control, and VLAN. I believe this VLAN is actually new for this type of Wi-Fi router. I'll try to create a dedicated video for this one for the VLAN for ASUS. Next one would be the one. You can actually play with this one as well according to your needs. Okay, and you have Amazon Alexa, which we have never tested. Maybe if you're interested with the Amazon Alexa on ASUS Wi-Fi router, comment down below so we can create a dedicated video for this one. Next one is IPv6 and the VPN, guys. For the VPN, yes, we have here the VPN server and of course VPN Fusion and Instacart. And if you're also interested regarding discussing this VPN configuration for ASUS router, just comment down below so we can create a dedicated video for this one as well. And we have here firewall. If you want to create a firewall rule, you'll be able to do it here as well. You also have here the URL filter. We have a separate video for URL filter and keyword filter as well. Okay, and you have here network service filter. Also, you can configure this one on firewall. And next one will be the administration. Most of the basic stuff, like for example, right now we are on WISP mode, public Wi-Fi mode. You can configure this router as a wireless router mode, an access point repeater mode, media bridge, or AI mesh node. And the other information are here as well, like the system and the firmware upgrade and restore and save upload settings. Yes, this is most probably for the administration of your RT-AX57 Go. And that will be all for the configuration or the settings that we can do with this Wi-Fi router. In summary, there is a lot of configuration that we can play with this RT-AX57 Go. And the bonus is, this is already capable of Guest Network Pro, which can usually be found on ASUS Business Wi-Fi routers. Okay, the most important thing about buying a Wi-Fi router is, of course, the actual performance. Honestly, I was overwhelmed by its range and performance because realistically, looking at this Wi-Fi router, its appearance, it's really small and there is no external antennas, and this is actually marketed as a travel router. Okay, enough with that one. Let us try to show you the actual test. Okay guys, right now we are just standing in front of this RT-AX57 Go and we are connected to its 5 GHz Wi-Fi network, and here is our baseline testing. Hit go. Guys, I would just like to remind you that this one doesn't have any LAN or WAN connected on this Wi-Fi router, meaning this is operational on WISP, okay? And currently as we know that when we are connected directly to another Wi-Fi router or an access point, our speed won't be actually the 100% from our source of internet. Like now, we are only getting around 246 Mbps for download, while for upload, it's 308 Mbps. And that is still a good internet connection. Now, let's try to go on the bedroom. Okay, guys, and right now we are in the bedroom and we have the door closed, and let's test again. Okay, while we're doing that one, I would just like to show you that we're still connected on that 5 gig network. And guys, we are getting 184 Mbps per download while 235 Mbps per upload. Now let's try to check to go downstairs. Okay guys, and right now we are here on the ground floor, and let's try to check. We are still connected on that 5 GHz Wi-Fi network, and let's do speed test on this location as well. It is still a substantial 61.9 Mbps for download, while for upload, we are getting 38.2 for upload. Now, let's try, of course, on the roof deck as well. Okay guys, right now we are on the roof deck, and as you can see, our Wi-Fi connection is actually weak on this area. But still, let's try to do a speed test on this location. Okay. And we are getting 2.99 Mbps per download, while per upload it's 4.81 Mbps. Of course, this is on the 5 GHz Wi-Fi network. Let's try as well on the 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi network. So this one will be the ASUS TC. Enter the password. Okay, and currently we are connected on the 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi network of that ASUS Go. Okay, and let's go again to our speed test. And let's hit test again. Okay guys, from 2.99 Mbps for download, we are now getting 28.4 for download, while for upload, we are getting 20.5 Mbps. That is a substantial increase in the upload and download speed or the speed test when we are connected to the 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi network. And the reason why we usually connect to the 5 GHz Wi-Fi network is because it has more stable connection, and the 2.4 has most probably a crowded Wi-Fi space. So basically, if 5 gig is not an option, we should connect to the Wi-Fi network that we can offer us better speed, like for this one, the 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi network. Okay guys, and right now we are inside the bedroom. Okay, and as you can see, we are still getting single digit for this Mobile Legend game, even though the door is closed, and we're still connected on that Wi-Fi router, that ASUS_DC 5G. Okay, and guys, single digit latency inside the bedroom. That's a powerful performance considering that we are only connected it to our access point. No hardline or no LAN cable connected to it as a Wi-Fi router. Okay. Single digit latency. It's a great gaming experience for this Wi-Fi router. Let's try to go out. Okay, it's on the floor. Let's try to go down here on the staircase. Yes, we are still getting single digit latency connected to the 5G, and guys, it's a great gaming experience for this one, considering that this is actually just configured under WISP connection. No LAN cable attached directly on that Wi-Fi router. And there you have it. It comes in a small package, but the performance is huge. And the test that we have done is just using the WISP configuration, meaning not hardwired or no LAN cable connected from our source of internet using just Wi-Fi connection. And the speed is already given that it will be less than the actual speed from the source. Even though it's a downgrade from the speed, the gaming performance from Mobile Legends is still superb. No issue at all, single digit latency most of the time on gaming, even on the bedroom and on the ground floor. Wow, it was really amazing. And if you actually have a source or an access to a LAN cable to give you an internet connection, yes, that is actually practically better compared to a WISP mode. And as you can see, for the test, we were able to achieve our full internet speed connecting it via LAN cable. Now for the conclusion, it is hard not to recommend this RT-AX57 Go against my favorite router, the RT-AX53U and the AX52, knowing that they are on the same price range. This one is actually portable, connected to a power bank, an outlet, or you can bring it in camping, hotel, resort, connect it to the resort's internet via Wi-Fi or even a LAN cable if ever they have one. And maybe, how about your wireless broadband? Connect it as well, and you have internet connection for the whole family. And if you want it to be more secured or a secured connection, you can actually configure your VPN so all the devices connected is actually on a secured network. And aside from that one, you can also configure the one-touch function switch to activate the custom settings. So every time you want that custom settings, you just activate that one. I'll be creating a separate video for that one. Hopefully this one will stay for me for a long period of time, so I can create a video for that one. And this router is almost perfect. But for my rating, I would only give it a 4.5 star. And the main reason for that one is that there is no SIM card slot. I'm not really sure for ASUS if it's really intended just for Wi-Fi router, or maybe in the future we can see one on their upcoming Wi-Fi routers or portable Wi-Fi routers. Yes, I know it might not be a big deal for some, but it would have been a perfect Wi-Fi router or a perfect portable Wi-Fi router for that one. And aside from that, for the actual test, you have seen the actual test and performance. You can be the judge for that one. And I think that will be all for now. If you have comment suggestion, comment down below or message me at JKchavez on FB. Again, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Stay safe and bye.